Hey guys, Dan Pickar here with Eastmans Hunting Journals. We got a gear review today with the black Ovis sacks. While I got you here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave me a comment. I want to hear what you use for game bags or your meat sacks, and maybe it's time to upgrade. So let's jump right into it. These are the black Ovis sacks. Right here, what you see weighs 1 pound, and this is all you need to bag an entire elk. And what you actually get is pretty cool. Your bang for your buck here. Take it out of the bag, you have a plastic bag, and this actually comes in handy for like bloody gloves or any sort of garbage. It keeps the scent down, you can wrap it up. I like the included Ziploc bag with it. Now there's 4 full-size bags, which I'm not gonna unroll these because they're packed so nicely. 4 of the full-size bags, and then 1 like loose meat camp sack. For your neck meat, maybe your back straps, tenderloins, that sort of thing. So this is what you're dealing with here in the elk size Ovis sacks. Plenty big for an elk quarter. And I don't know how they did it, but these are like insanely lightweight and breathable. But they're really tough. That's what's crazy, is because you hold this and you think that this stuff should like tear really easily, but it's very tough. You have the cordage, you can hang this from a limb or a meat pole, and it does not break, it doesn't rip, nothing. Very tough. What I also like about it too, and I've actually used this several times, is the reflective material on the bottom of the bag. So when I'm coming in first thing in the morning, maybe before daylight or after dark, I know where my bags are and I can kind of scan for grizzly bears, and it just lets me know that I'm coming in close to the bags. And on top of it, if I put 4 of these in the tree and I come back and there's only 3 left in the tree, I know I got a problem. And I can see that from a ways away. So you don't really think that it's gonna be that handy having this reflective material on the bottom of the bag, but it truly is. So this is like the size of the camp meat bag, big enough for a couple back straps, maybe tenderloin, some neck meat. But yeah, just kind of like a smaller size bag that you're not gonna fit a front or a hind quarter in unless you bone it out. But yeah, very, very handy, lots of room. And that's what I love about these, is they're so lightweight. I was the type of hunter that I didn't think I really needed to upgrade my game bags. I grew up using pillowcases for game bags. You wanna keep your meat clean, cool, and dry. And having that mindset throughout the years, game bags are a very important piece of equipment, and upgrading to these Ovis sacks really opened my eyes, because when you add up 4 bags for elk of pillowcases or like a heavier duty cheesecloth or something like that, you're dealing with like a big wad of bags that are not only heavy but take up a lot of space in your backpack. So when I have this much space taken up in my backpack, I mean, that's like nothing. And so just the size and the bulkiness of these game bags alone is worth the upgrade. So yeah, pretty sweet right there. So this is a pack out strong hind quarter. It's basically a training object. You put weight in here and then you can kind of pack, you know, weight in the shape of a front or a hind quarter from an elk. So we're just gonna kind of demonstrate that these game bags are plenty big enough for a quarter. The drawstring tensions right up, and that's what's really handy about this too, is sometimes, you know, your quarter's too big, you can't get it all the way in, but this drawstring and this stop is built so well that it definitely seals tight around the edge of your quarter so flies can't get in there. Not only you want to keep your quarters clean, but flies is probably your biggest enemy, especially during bow season. As soon as those flies have a little bit of time to lay eggs on that wet meat, it's all over. So you got to be careful of that. And you got to watch those pesky flies. They will crawl into cracks of your game bags, but this style and this design with the tensioner solves that problem. So pretty cool. I used these sacks all last season, and you can see like some of the print material is fading off. Obviously I wash these after every use, These are machine washable, but I don't machine wash them. The first thing I do when I get home and I get all my bags back is I put them in a bucket of cold water and just let them soak and let that blood come out. Then I dump that out, and then I put in some dish soap into the bucket and some hot water, and I just hand wash them. And I do that inside and out and get them clean, and then I just hang them and let them dry. So I used these all last year. They hold up. You can see, you know, they've been used, and there's a scuff mark right here. But once again, you know, you're not going to wear these out, but they do scuff, especially if you get rough with them. Last year I found out they're not grizzly bear proof, which you can't expect them to be, but I had a grizzly bear steal one of my quarters last year, and I found the bag and it was torn down the side. But yeah, I've used these bags pretty heavily, and they're ready to go for next year. So they have like a deer size kit as well, which you get 4 of this size, which is plenty good for, you know, deer size quarters. I've actually used these and boned out elk and used my deer size ones for elk. It's not ideal. I highly recommend the elk size bags. Obviously, just for the size, you can put your quarters in, bone in with no problems at all. So we have a special going on right now. If you buy Tag Hub or buy the Eastmans online mule deer course, we're gonna send you your own elk sack kit from Black Ovis, which you're gonna get this whole kit that weighs a pound. So you're gonna be upgraded this fall for your game bags anyway. And trust me, using these bags this year, you won't regret it. Okay, that's another Eastmans Gear review. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that little notification bell, and check out our episodes of Beyond the Grid. You can see these bags in action. It's called Grizzly Bear Stole My Giant Bull, where I killed a giant bull in the backcountry and a grizzly bear actually stole my meat, stole my game bags, but I found it. And talk about an awesome adventure. So keep an eye out, tons of gear reviews coming out later this summer and into the fall, and we'll see you on the next one.